Hello everyone, it's the last full day of our trip to Florida in early July 2022. I'm not making a full vlog today because we had kind of a weird day. The video that should have gone up just prior to this one was our failure to spend the day at Typhoon Lagoon Water Park, so go back and watch that video if you haven't already. However, we are still salvaging our day. Sleeping in was very important today, and that's the main point of this video I want to make to you. If you are planning a vacation to Walt Disney World, I cannot stress this enough. You must make your vacation longer than you think. And the reason you need to make your vacation longer than you think is, first of all,
longer than you think it needs to be.
Yeah, longer than you think it needs to be. First of all, you need to have more time in the parks than you think you do. We're exceptionally efficient, especially me with how I did Genie Plus this time, at touring the parks and getting on lots of rides. But if you want to be able to do all the things in the parks, like go to more than one show, or meet characters, or have a dining experience inside the parks, things like that, you really could very easily do 2 days at each park and even 3 days at Epcot and Magic Kingdom. So you need more time than you think you do in each park. And then the main thing I want you to get out of this video, the main tip I want to give you today, is you need time to rest. I learned quite a while ago, and this is the first time I've really implemented it. The maximum amount of park time I want to spend before we have time to rest is 2 days. So like, for example, on this trip, we went to Animal Kingdom, and then the next day we went to Magic Kingdom, and then today we're not going into a park at all. So we needed to rest. We needed to sleep in. I planned a non-park day on our Walt Disney World trip that Andrew was on with us in 2015, but we were so tired, we slept until past noon, and we actually missed and had to change our reservation for T-Rex at Disney Springs. And so it's really important. You have no idea how tired you're going to be after. Even 1 day of being in a theme park is very, very exhausting. And especially if you have little kids and stuff like that, you need to give yourself time to rest. So what I would recommend is no more than 2 park days in a row, 2 consecutive park days, and then a non-park day. I realize this is going to make your trip longer than you probably planned on. Either that or keep your trip short and do more frequent trips. But if you plan on only going to Walt Disney World like once ever in your life, or you can only go once every 5 or 10 years or something, you need to make it as long as possible to be able to have it actually be an enjoyable experience. Today, what ended up happening, if you haven't already, go back and watch my Typhoon Lagoon vlog, if you can call it that. We did not successfully visit Typhoon Lagoon. We can now say that we've been there and we saw what it's like. It's a very nice, very pretty water park. And it's apparently very big because we only saw a fraction of it. If you like an outdoor water park, I'm sure you will like Typhoon Lagoon and you will have a good time there. However, going in the middle of smack in the middle of the summer like this, it was very busy. It was very, very hot. It was very big and we were very tired. And we just weren't up for that today or ever again. I just don't think we're going to do outdoor water parks anymore. At least I'm not. Maybe these guys will take their own kids someday. I don't know. Because we slept so late, we didn't even get to Typhoon Lagoon until like noon. And so by the time we figured out what was happening with that and we left again and came back to the hotel, it was like 1 o'clock. We hadn't eaten. We hadn't had anything to drink yet. It's it feels like over 100 degrees today. And Megan was not feeling the best. She was, the heat was really getting to her, even in the air-conditioned car. So I actually dropped Megan and Ben off at the main entrance of the resort. They went inside, got lunch and something to drink at the food court. And then I came back to drop off like our stuff in the room, and then I walked over there. And we had a nice lunch in the food court and got plenty to drink. And then we still had our swimsuits on and our sunscreen and everything. And so then we went straight outside and got in the pool here at our resort. And the kids were saying this was really nice because our resort pool, the pool here is huge. It's a very, very big pool. There were a good number of people in it, but because the pool is so large, there was plenty of space for you to swim and be in the pool without having to be near anyone.
Yeah.
And it was the perfect temperature. The water was just great. So we really enjoyed swimming. I mean, we swam for 45 minutes maybe?
Yeah.
In the pool. And we just really had a nice, relaxing time swimming in the pool. And Ben was saying, this is so much nicer because it's not so chaotic and busy and loud, and it's just more chill. Every once in a cast member was coming out there, and on the one end was playing some kind of, they were like trivia games, weren't they?
Trivia games, and then by the time Ben and I were by the time we were leaving, they were playing just like regular kiddie party games, like Simon says.
Oh, that's fun. So there's like pool games and activities, and like I think we showed you earlier in the series, they also have movies out in the pool area or in a grassy area of each of the resorts most or all nights. I didn't see what the movie was tonight. But anyway, speaking of movies, now that we're done swimming in the pool and we're all cooled off and everything and we feel a little better and we've all gotten dressed now, we're going to go back to Disney Springs and park in the Orange Garage and go to the AMC theaters. We were hoping to see Thor: Love and Thunder, but it doesn't actually come out until tomorrow. So we'll have to see that at home. But we're going to go see Top Gun Maverick again because we really liked that movie. Andrew actually saw it twice.
We've seen it twice too.
No, we only saw it once.
Oh, we did too.
We saw Jurassic World Dominion twice.
Oh yeah, we were gonna see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
So we're going to go see Top Gun because that will just perfectly fit in between now and our 7:10 dinner reservation at Kona Cafe at the Polynesian. I'm still hoping if the weather holds, that after our dinner reservation, and assuming the weather's okay, and assuming they're still open, I really do want to mini golf at Winter Summerland. So if we can, that's the last thing that we'll be doing today. And then tomorrow we're just going to have to pack and go home. This will be the last vlog of this series. Well, I'll take you along with us and kind of show you what we're doing the rest of the day. And I probably am going to make a separate video review showing you our dinner at Kona Cafe. Came in over there. This theater is massive.
I've never been to a theater this big.
It is a dine-in theater. They have a full menu and a bar. Multiple restrooms and concession stands. I think you can enter like 3 different places too. We are in theater 6, so we have quite a ways to walk. See, when we get to the other end, there's a whole nother way to come in on the other end. Big concession stand. Okay, we came out this door. There's the Aerophile, and here's Everglazed, and Splitsville is on the right. And the Orange Garage is straight ahead of us. You can go back into the Orange Garage this way, and our car is right here. But you can't come out this way because you have to go through security, which is on that end down there. But that was okay because AMC is so big. There was an entrance on either end. There's a storm coming. All right, so we finished our movie and then we went a really weird way around back kind of not normal Disney roads. We kind of think when we came out of the Orange Garage at Disney Springs, we either went the wrong way or we missed a turn or something. But we just barely got to the Polynesian right in time for our dinner reservation. It was pouring down rain, so I decided to get valet parking because I did not want to get drenched and eat my dinner in soaked wet clothes. Valet parking at the Polynesian is $33, and they told me when we parked that it was cash only because their card reader wasn't working, and I didn't have any cash. But there was an ATM inside the hotel. But unfortunately, ATMs only distribute $20 bills. I used the last of my Chase Disney Visa rewards redemption card to pay for dinner. It was literally just enough to cover our dinner. It had like $2.50 left on it, which was not enough for a tip. The tip should have been about $10 because the meal was about $53. But because the ATM only distributes 20s, I had to get $100. Because, so basically my $53 meal at Kona Cafe ended up costing $110 because I had to leave our server at Kona Cafe a 20 because I didn't have anything smaller, which was like a 40% tip. And I had to pay the valet guy $40 because I didn't have anything smaller. And so I was like fine with that, like giving him a $7 tip because I thought he was going to have to go out in the pouring rain. But he didn't go out in the pouring rain. When they went to get my car, all they had done was pull the car up like in the driveway of the Polynesian and pull it off to the side. They didn't take it anywhere. Like literally.
There was a valet parking lot.
Yeah, there was a valet parking lot. They didn't put it in the valet parking lot. They pulled it up like 5 feet from where I left it and over to the side in the driveway, and that's where they put it. And so when the guy brought it back to me, he drove all the way around in the circle to bring it back under the roof, but then he didn't leave it under the roof. He left it basically in exactly the same spot it was when he started. So I tipped him $7 for nothing. Really, I paid $33 to have my car parked
3 inches.
3 inches from where I got out of it when I got there. It was so dumb. So, yeah, so $40 for the valet and $20 tip for my $53 meal. So my $53 meal at Kona Cafe turned out to be $110. So don't do that. So just know, yeah, you might need cash for the valet. I have cash with me. But I didn't have cash with me at the Polynesian because I just had my fanny pack on with my cards in it from being out and about today. I didn't think I was going to need my purse. And then the one other thing I'm kind of bummed about, I am very tired right now. It's only like 9 o'clock, but I'm really, really tired. We didn't get to go mini golfing, and I really did want to go mini golf. There were 2 things I said at the beginning of this vlog series that we've never done at Walt Disney World that I've always wanted to try. One was the water park, which we've now determined we don't want to do. And the other one was mini golfing, which I do think would be really fun. And the mini golf courses here look themed really neat and like they're really cool. The only reason we didn't get to go mini golfing after dinner is because it's pouring down rain. I'm bummed about that, so maybe we can do that another time. That's still something that I would like to do here at Walt Disney World. Definitely wasn't going to go mini golfing when it was 100 degrees out today. That would have been crazy. One thing about coming in the summer is you really do need to be aware that it's probably going to rain. And not only is it going to rain, it's going to pour and rain very hard. I am thankful because we kind of lucked out because it really poured and rained very, very hard our first day here in Florida when we came down with my dad and went to visit my relatives, and we were driving. The 2 times it was really, really raining it kind of rained all day, but the 2 times it really rained hard was when we were driving to their house and then when we were driving from their house here to Disney World. I don't like driving in the torrential downpour, and in fact, when we were driving to their house, it was raining so hard I had to pull over for a while because I couldn't see at all, and it wasn't safe. I'm going to have to be dealing with rain on my Walt Disney World trip. I guess when I'm in the car is as good a time as any. And then it rained tonight on our last night of our trip. Yeah, it started to rain while we were driving from Disney Springs to the Polynesian. That's when it started raining. And it's still raining now. So it rained the whole time we were at the Polynesian at dinner and the whole drive back here. So, I guess if I had to pick 2 times for it to be raining, that's probably...
Those are pretty good times.
Yeah. So the only time the rain really affected us while we were doing stuff was when it rained while we were at Animal Kingdom. And that was a bummer because, although it didn't really stop us from doing anything, did it?
No.
It just required us to have to stand there under the shelter for a fairly long time. But it wasn't the rain that got us so wet. It was Kali River Rapids is where we got wet. So we were already soaked from Kali River Rapids when it started raining. So the addition...
actually works kind of well.
Yeah, because the additional rain getting our clothes wet didn't matter because we were already soaked. Megan said this, when you're wet from rain, it's very uncomfortable. And then later when it gets dark, you get cold. But she said the heat of the day in coming in summer in July, she felt like she was going to die. Literally, right? I mean, there were a couple times both kids, I think, felt like they were going to pass out. So those are two kind of big negatives of coming in the summer is the heat and the rain. So now we're just getting ready for bed. And tomorrow, checkout time is 11. So we're going to sleep in a little bit, get up, pack. I tried to get a reservation for lunch tomorrow to have one more nice meal, but I couldn't find anything that worked okay. I didn't want to have to wake up early for breakfast again. Because here's the thing. We have to be out of here by 11, but our flight isn't until 3. So that's a 4-hour difference. However, given the state of air travel, that means we should be to the airport by 1. And it's going to take it takes like 45 minutes or so to get from here to the airport. But we've decided what we're going to do tomorrow for lunch is we're going to go to the McDonald's, that cool new McDonald's that they just redid that's very close to the All-Star Resorts right down the road here, that they made like all green and it's like carbon neutral and everything. Just because we think it's funny. Well, first of all, we know right where it is. But the other reason we want to go there is because every time we came to that intersection off the ramp there, the sign says All-Star Resorts and then McDonald's. And it makes it seem like it's one thing, like it's the All-Star Resorts McDonald's. And also, when you're using the GPS, the Google Maps GPS, when you get to that corner, it says out loud, turn left toward the All-Star Resorts McDonald's. And so we just thought it was kind of funny. And so we're like, okay, our last meal of this trip will be going to the All-Star Sports McDonald's or All-Star Resorts McDonald's. That's not what it's called. It's two separate things. It's the All-Star Resorts and McDonald's. And they happen to be just right next to each other. So anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed these vlogs from our Walt Disney World trip, which was an unexpected, unplanned trip that we took at the very last minute. By the way, it's pretty darn easy. Even with having to get park pass reservations and resort reservations and everything, I had no trouble at all booking this last minute trip. I booked this trip on Wednesday of last week, and we came down on Sunday. So 4 days ahead, and I got the room I wanted, and I got the parks I wanted on the days I wanted, and I even got the dining reservations I wanted. So even though this is a busy time of year, I didn't have any trouble. And one thing I have to tell you about both dining reservations and rides is you have to be persistent. Just keep checking. The things that I was worried about that I wasn't going to get, there were two. One was Big Thunder Mountain Railroad yesterday at Magic Kingdom, and the other one was Yak and Yeti at Animal Kingdom. But I just kept, because it said they were all gone. No more. No more availability, no more dining reservation times, no more lightning lanes for Big Thunder. But I kept checking, and they both opened up, and I was able to do both of those. So don't give up. Just because you can't get the dining reservation you want, or just because you can't get the lightning lane you want, even though it says they're all gone, they're not really all gone. They are, but it's one of two things. Either somebody cancels, which people do that all the time. People are constantly canceling stuff. Or I think they might open more up. I'm not sure about that. If anybody knows, let me know. But I think there's a possibility that occasionally they make more available. But anyway, just be persistent and keep checking. Keep refreshing. Especially if it's an attraction you really want to go on or a dining reservation that you really wanted. Don't think that just because there aren't any when you check the first time that there won't be later. Because both of those, I got them because I kept checking. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this series of vlogs. Stay tuned because we are coming back to Walt Disney World in November on Thanksgiving week, which is another holiday week. This week we were here over the 4th of July. Next we're going to be over Thanksgiving. So that'll be interesting too, because I don't know if I've been here actually on Thanksgiving week. We went to Universal once on Thanksgiving week, but I don't think I've ever been to Walt Disney World over Thanksgiving. I've been here in November, like the week before and the week after, but I don't know that I've ever actually been here over the actual week of Thanksgiving. But that's when the kids both have breaks from school, and so that's when we're coming. So if you're curious to see more Disney vlogs, be sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of those videos when they come out later this year, or it might be into 2023 by the time we get to those. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you have a great day and safe travels.